My name is Brian Strawley, and I'm from originally outside of Philadelphia. I grew up in a musical family. I'm the youngest of 7, and my father played piano. I started piano when I was 6 with him and went to the trumpet at age 8. I went to school at the Settlement Music School, studied at Temple University, played the Philly Youth Orchestra in Philly, and it was a great place to grow up as a musician. And then I was lucky enough to get a job out of college playing shows. And so I did that for a few years, which was great because it was a full-time job. And went to the Manhattan School of Music to pursue a degree in orchestral performance. And I did that for a year, and then I won an audition in the Naval Academy Band in Annapolis, Maryland. It was never really a question, did I want to be a musician or not. It's something I always wanted to do, and I was driven to do it. So that was one decision I didn't really have to make, which I'm glad, because decisions are tough sometimes. What's unique about the Richmond Symphony? I enjoy working there. It's I get to wake up every morning and say, especially when we do masterworks, when we do big works, that to me is exciting. We did Verdi Requiem, that was a great experience. You know, La Mer, you know, Bartok Concerto for Orchestra, and to name a few. Just, you know, and that sticks with you. You always, if it's a good performance that goes well, it really sticks with you in a good way. And that's why we do what we do. If it's a bad performance, that sticks with you too, so. In the Richmond Symphony, I would guess the average age would be probably anywhere from 28 to 33. That's a good thing because, you know, there's energy in that. You know, when we play something like maybe Dance of the Comedians or a good, you know, Carnival Overture by Dvorak or Ruslan by Glinka. That's energy. We need that. That's what it's all about. To get into the Richmond Symphony, it's or any other orchestra, it's incredibly competitive. It is. You got to go through the ropes. Usually there's anywhere from 50, 60 to 120 players that will show up for one position. And these are all the best players, some of the best players in the country. And it usually takes a couple days and several rounds, sometimes 4 or 5 rounds. And the first round is it's all behind the screen. So someone can't pick their friend, their cousin, or whoever. The panel's job is to eliminate. They want to thin the herd out. So the slightest little mistake, you're done. And you got to be on. It takes years and years of practice and then more. Many times they won't even pick anybody. A lot of people have this stigma that it's just for wealthy people or you know, the upper. It's for everybody. Music portrays emotion, right? You can listen to some Purcell, some early English Renaissance. That might portray a little bit of stuffiness. That's great. It's an expression. Wagner might portray excitement. Another composer might portray Copland, the Wild West, a cowboy. It's for everybody. We're all the same. We all have emotion, you know. It's just the way, you know, life can speak to us. The sunset, I mean, you know, that's what our job is to do, is to bring that to everybody and anybody. I think an orchestra to a city is incredibly important for many reasons. It's culture, and we have a responsibility to uphold the music. It's written by like geniuses, and I think, well, maybe this shouldn't be aired, but a lot of the rock and roll today is not not really that. I think the rock and roll back in the 70s and the 60s and the 80s, I loved it. Maybe I'm getting old, but like I turn on the station today, and it's like, it doesn't do it for me. Coming to a live orchestral concert is not only an amazing auditory experience, but visually, to see the violins and the bowing all together, playing with energy, and just to see the orchestra, you know, the brass in the back and the winds, and if you see good conducting and great music, great hall, it's like having the stars aligned, and you know, it's just fun to see that live. Our hope is to bring that out to the people so we can lift them a little bit, make them smile. You know, that's you know, because life is their life. You know, they have their job to go to, and it's maybe to make their life a little better. You know, after a good concert, it's pretty good. My name is Brian Strawley. I play trumpet in the Richmond Symphony, and I'm a Richmonder.